What's up? What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing fantastic. As you can see, I'm doing wonderful today. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the world of soccer. Happy Wednesday, people. And today we're gonna talk about a lot of things. A lot of crazy things. We're gonna talk about controversial issue today. Not really transfer news because we already know there's a lot of rumor about Gallagher going to Aston Villa or Tottenham, which we're asking 50 million pound, which I think is fair. The negotiation is still going on, and even though Armando Broja gave uh, an interview to the Atlantic yesterday, I mean he basically said that he was scammed by Fulham coach. He was scammed. He said, come here, we need you, we're gonna play. And then he came here, they didn't play him. So he's mad at that. But hey, the good news is there's a lot of clubs who want him. AC Milan, Monaco, both of which are playing the Champions League. Epi Wolf and of course Wolf, I think Newcastle too. So there is a lot of contender to sign him, and he talked about Hasanadeh, how Hasanadeh adapted to his new club, and how all Chelsea graduate left the club, and then they seem to be alright. So him leaving Chelsea is not bothering him. But yeah, I think he's a professional player. He need game time, and Chelsea need money at the moment. So give us some money. So hey, that being said, that is the rumor. Even though we have some officialization, Tosin officially is a Chelsea player. He signed 3 years contract from Fulham. We got him for free, so that's good news. That's good news. And of course, Antonio Conte officialized he signed today. He was presented 3 years deal, 245 million. He gonna have that in the budget to recruit. And of course, his kid need a club. Lukaku need a club. Come get your kid. Give us like 35 million pound, and then you have it. It's 37. I think it's 37. You got him. Even though it's gonna be tough to sell Osimhen, but we don't care about that since we cannot go for him. So just go. You need a Lukaku. Lukaku is available, so get him. Hey, that being said, I know there's a lot of other rumor about transfer and stuff, but I wanna just talk about some legal issue, and some funny stuff, because in Africa, in Europe, there is something going on everywhere. So we're gonna try to address some of them because there are legends involved in that. We're gonna talk about Man City case, and of course we're gonna start Mbappe case too, and Cameroon. Hey, Cameroon, les lions indomptables. They are the lion Africa. There is a lot of country in Africa that nickname the lion. They go by lion, like the lion, Leon the Teranga, Leon the Atlas, Leon Indomptable. So we have a lot of lion and a lot of eagles. So hey, Samuel Eto'o, I'm gonna just tell you, the case it's been going on for weeks now, and Samuel Eto'o, we all know him, one of the legend, one of the best player of his generation, for sure, one of the best player of African history, if not the best player of African history. He don't win the Ballon d'Or. George Weah won that, but he's there. He's there. He's there. Like he's a legend in African football, even in world football. I think anyone who know a little bit about soccer knows who is Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o is the guy who say, "Yo, Pep Guardiola, you were a good player, but you never been a great player. I am a great player. You cannot tell me how to move in the field." He don't like Guardiola at all. Like he say, humanly, Guardiola is shit. So hey, but currently he's the president of the Cameroonian Federation. Federation for the soccer, like you call Feka Foot. So he's the president. But in Africa, the government tried to meddle in everything. The Cameroonian Minister of Sport, sporting minister. I don't know like how you call that in US here. The Secretary of Soccer. Yeah, because we have a secretary, everything. So if you do that in American ways, it would be the Secretary of Sport in the country. The Department of Sport. So the minister there, without asking the president of the federation, which is Samuel Eto'o, decided to appoint a coach from Belgium. So of course, like there was a Robert Gerson, one of the legend in Cameroon football, one of the best defender of all time, and he was the coach. Samuel Eto'o appointed him, but they fired him because he was sucks. we no disrespect, Song is good, but he as a coach he sucks. Like he's like a Rooney or Lampard category or Gary Neville. So he's bad, really bad as a coach. So he got fired, and then he got replaced by the minister. And Eto'o did not agree with that. So like now the coach is there, he don't know who to get order from. Is the minister or for the federation? Traditionally, it's the federation who make decision about soccer and stuff. The minister is just there like, to make sure all sport, because you are not leading only the soccer. He's the minister of every sport in the country. So it's not his role to pick a coach. So like there, he bypassed his power, and then so he entered in Samuel Eto'o territory. So there is a lot of crazy clip. Him, not the minister himself, his son is envoy, and so he was arguing with Eto'o. Eto'o was saying, "Hey, this is my building. If you will go to the ministerial building, you are the boss. Here in the federation, I am the boss. So you cannot tell me what to do here." And then he said, "Degazele," which means just take him out. Take the guy out of the building. So, and they were talking with the coach. Of course, Samuel Eto'o was trying to impose his authority, and he said, "Hey, I was a coach." And then the other coach, the Belgian coach, said, "Yeah, for 3 weeks." It's just funny. Yeah. He said, "Yeah, you were coach for 3 weeks," and then that triggered his ego. Eto'o said, "Hey, I was one of the greatest player." That's his phrase. He just said, "Yeah, I was one of the best player. You cannot talk to me like that. If I'm in Belgium, I wouldn't be able to talk to you like that. So you cannot talk to me like that here." So now they are in that scuffle. There is a problem, and Cameroon still don't have the list. The player, like you have to submit a list to the FIFA, because the World Cup elimination is coming, and Cameroon have to play against Cape Verde, I think, and then they still don't have the official list yet, and the FIFA just sent a letter giving them 48 hours to figure out the issue, and then to make sure they respect the politics doesn't involve into the sport, because like if they do that, they will suspend Cameroon, and that can happen. FIFA can suspend you if the politics change the federation by them without the federation itself. So the federation have to govern themselves. So they are there. It's crazy. They're still waiting. We don't know if Cameroon gonna have a team to the World Cup 2026 or even to the African nation, because like they have to find a common ground to fix those problems. So hey, that is what was happening in Cameroon. Of course, we're going to France. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe talked yesterday in the press conference, and he decided to vomit everything. he decided to attack his president, even though he didn't name him, but we know he was addressing those words were addressed to Nasser Al Khelaïfi. But the club did not like it. They say, "Oh, you're not a gentleman, bro. You cannot talk like that. We give you everything. You got 1 billion euro, more than 1 billion euro in 7 years." So I think they don't like the way he talked, and then they just say, c'est pas classe ce qu'il a fait, quoi. It's not, he lack of class, like he shouldn't be talking like that. So they're not happy. But there is another issue. I think they're gonna go fight to the court, because Kylian Mbappe did not receive his pay since March. Since March, the dude is playing without pay. So, like, I think that will be an issue at the court. So, I'm pretty sure Mbappe have a really good lawyer, and they're gonna be fighting there. Hey, for me, hey, like, I'm a Lyon fan. I like Mbappe because he played for the national team, and of course, we all happen to love the same goat, Cristiano Ronaldo. So, like, Mbappe for me is just kind of, yeah, he's arrogant. Like, he talk he. I don't know if you call that arrogant or confidence, but that dude, he's like a Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Cristiano put together. His ego is like this. So he's free now. I just hope when he go to Real Madrid, the dressing room, he won't put, you know, like he won't destroy the dressing room, because at PSG he wasn't that good of leader. He's yeah, he didn't get along with Messi. Now with Neymar, you would understand maybe those guys weren't serious. They don't love the club. But like Mbappe was he's an individualist. He's like an NBA player. It's all about him. Always about himself. I want this record. I want this. I want this. So I don't want him to bring the attitude to Real Madrid dressing room. But Real Madrid have a huge institution. PSG created a monster, but I think Real Madrid will be able to handle him. And of course, he loved being there, and We will see. We see how that gonna go, and will they pay him his money because he didn't get paid since March? So we're gonna see that that gonna end at the court for sure. And of course, there is some banter going on in the social media, which is between Chelsea fan and Man United fan. I'm not going. I'm not saying their name. There is a Man United famous YouTuber. I watch his stuff sometime. I watch his TikTok and stuff, and he he literally wrote on X targeting us, saying Chelsea buy player only when the other club need them. Yo, dude, I don't know. I know Chelsea gonna take Michael Olise from Man United, but yo, your club, Man United fan cannot talk to us. Like yo, if our team is a clown, like bro, what that make you? We finish above you in the league. And you have a sinking stadium like the Ultra Four. When it rain, people can bring their kayaking like to do boating in there. So like, what clown is he talking about? So I don't understand. I mean, he's maybe angry because we're gonna get Michael Olise, because the transfer talk is really advancing in a good sense, because Michael Olise brother already signed with Chelsea Academy, which is good, and his agent work for Chelsea. So like, we're gonna see how they're gonna end. I mean, they're just bittersweet. Is a bittersweet. I mean, I know I'm not proud of my club at the moment, but Man United, you are Man United, bro. Like, yo, respect yourself. Stop targeting people. Like, you have a much bigger problem than attacking other club. You know, we can buy who we want because we have the money. And you have the money too. You spending just like us, and you sucks too. So that is the banter going on in the internet. We don't care how Man United fan feel, but we're taking those players from them. But we're gonna give you Chalaba if you want to. Chalaba is free. He's available. We're gonna sell you that like we sell you Maison Mount. So hey, don't create that animosity between us. We all have someone to hate first. Like, it just, yeah, you should be like really invested in Man City case. Man City is your rival, and they're in the court right now, and we're gonna talk about that. Of course, Man City decide to start a civil war. Because this is a civil war in the Premier League. Let me just recap this. Man City is being charged 115 felony. You call it felony. Is a breach of uh Premier League APT rule, which is associated party transaction. They are, I mean, they are not guilty yet. They're gonna go to the court. They decide to drag the case for 1 or 2 years now. But in November, they have to be in the court to defend it, to defend their 115 charges. And of course, they are charged of using their own money to inflate their revenue, to just say, oh yeah, we have Etihad Airways gonna pay us 100 million, 200 million. So like, to just inflate their revenue so they can use a lot of money. So that is 115 charges. And I mean, Liverpool club said he gonna celebrate that if they found guilty, because Liverpool finished second twice or three times. I mean, Man United too. Arsenal. I think many people are gonna get team if Man City get found guilty and then sent to the second division or something. Because that sucks. Chelsea is not among that. We can have even trophy even if this guy is found guilty. But I think Man United will find two, at least two. I think they finished second twice. And Arsenal, of course, they're gonna win this one this year. And you have Liverpool. So like, those guys, I'm pretty sure they're all behind the court. So hey, what Man City decide to do? They attack the Premier League. So you charge us 150 charges. We're gonna charge you 146 charges for predatory targeting. Like the rule of majority over minority. They say is the predatory of majority over the minority. I'm in the US, yeah. Like, we hear that word a lot. Oh, it's a predatory of a minority over majority, because you have the Senate, the Congress. The minority are always the strongest. They can block or filibuster like a laws, like it doesn't go anywhere. So like, Man City is claiming the opposite. They say, okay, the majority are bullying the Gulf country, like the Saudi, or like because they're from Emirate. So they say they're discriminating against them. The financial rule are set up to discriminate against them. So we're gonna just read because Simon Stone from BBC did a good article on that. So Man City launched legal action over financial rule. So like the financial rule that will take place next week. If they win their case, it's gonna make this league like I don't know, like there's no equivalent to it. Like, so we won't say anything that's gonna be like, maybe it will be the time the colonizer came to Africa. You know, you remember the 1815, 1815 or what? Like 18, somewhere there, you know, the scramble of Africa. Uh, my history brain went away. So the scramble of Africa where they came to take everything, you know, they distribute between them. So if Man City won, the Premier League will be like that. The bigger club will take everything. So we're gonna see the rule. What is the rule? We're gonna see is it would be BBC. We're gonna just say what the rule that City are challenging. Okay, the APT rule. They were tightening following a vote by Premier League club in February. So because you know, Newcastle is super rich. He's not a business person. He's a country is behind them. You have Man City is similar. So they have a lot of money to spend, you know. So Man City is arguing that if one of their company decide to sponsor their jersey or their shoes or whatever, give them 1 billion, they're under the British free market rule. They are free to do that. Preventing them to do that is a discrimination, is a violation of British free market policy. You know, all Western country or like all democratic have a free market rule to allow competition. You know, and they are saying it mean okay. Let me see if I can read this. You know, it mean that any such sponsorship deal have to be at a fair market value and not artificial inflated. So like that is the rule they're challenging. Okay, I'm gonna read this part and then we'll see. The rule regarding APT are aimed at a club signing sponsorship deal with company linked to their owner. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, right? And so they were tightened following a vote by Premier League club in February. It means that any such sponsor deal have to be at a fair market value and not artificially inflated. If there was no such rule, then club could agree sponsor the sponsorship deal as high as they wanted with no challenges, which would increase the amount they could spend in the profit and sustainability rule. At the time, the Premier League said the move would enhance the efficiency and accuracy of the system. PSR rule permit club to lose a maximum of £105 million over 3 years. You know, I know. Chelsea is going through that kind of conundrum right now. We're trying to limit our expenditure, and we have to sell some of our key players, you know, to meet those roles. So, just City decide to say, okay, if you sue us, we're gonna sue you. So this City is not saying we are not guilty. They just say, okay, if you're gonna screw us, we're gonna screw you too in the court of the law. So like that's what we have to see now, because the Premier League is a private corporation too. You know, it's not a part of the government. It's a private association by the club. There are 20 clubs in it. So if City can challenge them in the court, you're gonna get crazy. I mean, club as a Chelsea or every big club will welcome those, you know, to let the club use their own resources to buy as much player as they want. I mean, it's not good for the smaller team, but in the Premier League, I think the TV revenue ratio is a 1 to 4, 1 to 4 or 1 to 3, which is different than to many countries. You know, for example, in France, it's 1 to 8. I think, you know, PSG can win as much, like 8 times more than the following club. So between the first and the last is a 1 to 8 in France. In England is 1 to 4. So we're gonna see the ratio and we'll see how that court is gonna go, because that's coming up quick. I think it's next week they're gonna start it. City charges will start next week. I don't think the Premier League gonna delay it just like City did it, like to send one paper every 3 months, you know. So the process is gonna drag on forever. But hey, what I'm saying, 115 charges. I don't think they're gonna get away with with no consequences because we saw Nottingham Forest lose point, Everton lost point. And so what is City have to lose some point too? 115. They definitely did something wrong. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. But they have one of the best lawyer in the world. The common law. So we will see. We see how that battle gonna go, and we're gonna follow them. So hey guys, this is what I have for you today because there is a lot of rumor, but I thought this was really interesting because I love it, especially the Cameroon story is crazy. And so we're gonna just come back here together tomorrow to see what officialized what transfer are officialized because France is playing right now against Luxembourg. I don't know if you will scoring already 5 or 3, but hey, thank you for watching. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friend. And of course, if you are already here, my man, you already know the sky's a limit for us. So hey, take care and stay hydrated. It's really hot at the moment. So have a good one. Bye.